This video I'll be walking through a solution to Nina, problem number 9 from the, let's see here, lost it, there we go, Invitational A 2019. This particular problem we are given, looks like we're given some formulas, and Nina wants to figure out the area and fencing required for a particular location for a dog park. So the input is going to be a number of proposed locations, and then we will take in n. It says real numbers, which I take to mean they could be doubles. The output for proposed location number, and then followed by the location number. For each location will fit with an acre, print the area in square feet and the length of the fencing in feet required for the location. Each value should be rounded to the nearest hundredth and separated by one space. For new locations that would not fit within the acre, print location number followed by the number, and then will not fit. Okay. So a little bit of planning here. It says Nina looked on the internet and found the area of a regular pentagon can be calculated using this formula. So 5s squared times, or divided by 4 tangent of pi over 5, where s is the side length, and the length of the side can be calculated using 2r sine pi over 5, where r is the distance from the center of the pentagon to a vertex or a corner. So r here is kind of like radius. And notice that the number we're given is the distance in feet from the center to the corner. So we are going to be given r. So these numbers are going to be r. We then can calculate s, which means we can then calculate area. The only thing I'm not seeing here is we have to figure out acres. Do we know how many square feet are in an acre? Oh, here we go. She also found that 1 acre land is 43,560 square feet. Okay. So we need square feet, so we can do that. And then we need the amount of fencing. So fencing would be around it, so that would be the perimeter. We're talking about pentagons, so that would be 5 times the side length. So I think we've got everything we need. Let's go ahead and start programming. Okay, so first I'm going to do is read in that first integer. So I'm going to say int n equals n.nextInt, while n minus minus is greater than 0. So again, that's going to start at n and count down. So that should take care of our counting for us. We then want to read in a double, which is r, and then use our formulas here. Okay, so I'm going to say double r equals n.next double. Using that, we can calculate s. All right, I'm just going to look at that formula again. S is 2 times r times sine of pi over 5. So for this, I'm going to be using sine and cosine. Well, we can do math.sine, all that stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and do another import here. So I'm going to say import static, because the math library is actually a static library. So I'm going to say java.lang.math.star. And this will, kind of like how we can do out.println, we'll now be able to access all the elements of math without actually saying math dot. So for example, in this case, we want 2 times r. So we'll say 2 times r times the sine of pi over 5. And since we did this import static with java.lang.math, we can now just access them in place. Okay. So there's our side length. Let's make area, which would be, looking back at the formula, 5 times s squared times, so we'll say 5, I need some parentheses, 5 times s squared, so s times s, divided by 4 tangent of pi over 5. So parentheses again, 4 times the tangent of pi over 5. Okay. And now I want perimeter too, so I'm going to say double P equals 5 times S. I don't know if I need perimeter because it's entirely possible that area is too big. So we just need to say something like if area is less than or equal to an acre, right? So an acre is 43560. So 43560. Out.printf. We want it to say location. So location number. We're going to have a number there, so I'll just say %d space a float to 2 decimals space another float to 2 decimals. We'll figure out where those values are coming from in a second, but okay. So the first value, this %d, we need that to be the number. So I'm going to make a counter here. I'm going to say int location, and it's going to start with 1. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say location. The next value we want is the area, and the last value we want is the perimeter. Okay. Else, in other words, if it's not going to fit, out.printf location number %d will not fit location. And then I don't want to forget, I've got to increment location. Just double check that other output there really quick. Oops. Try this again. Will not fit. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to save, run code. I keep forgetting my new lines, right? So new line, run code. And I'm just going to compare with the out here what it should be. Location number 1, 23776. Okay, that looks good. Will not fit. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Will not fit. All right, everything looks good. So there we have it. We have a solution for Nina. Big takeaway here. This really isn't necessary, but it's a shortcut. Otherwise, you'd have to say math.sine, math.pi, math.tan. So it's just a little shortcut, something useful to know. So hopefully you found that useful. Thanks.